Hey everyone, Wicked Gaming here, and we're back with the second part of this video tutorial series on round towers with winding staircases. So, exactly where are we going with all this? Here is a complete small round tower with a winding staircase inside. This is just one of the smallest floor plans for round towers, and it's perfect to illustrate these building concepts. Now, I know this looks somewhat boring. However, getting down these basic structures is key to larger, more complicated and intricate designs. You'll basically use ideas like what is in this video as modules or templates for future projects. For example, let's go to this tower over here. This is what we're going to shoot for at the end of this series of videos. Let me just go into ghost mode again and kind of pan around this thing. Here we have a tower. It's got unlike the other tower, which had an internal staircase, this one has an external staircase. And pretty complicated design, but before we can get to something like this, we have to get down the basics first. So anyway, let's continue where we left off in our last video and run back to the skeleton of this other small tower. So this skeleton here is basically what I used to make this round tower here. So let's get out of ghost mode, flying mode. Okay, and first what we're gonna do, we're gonna build the walls for the first floor. Now, each floor of the tower, it can be 1 or 2 wall sections high. I personally like the higher ceilings, and so that's what we're gonna do here. So let's go ahead. First thing we need to do, I'm gonna add a door and put it on this side. I like to put the door opposite of the staircase. And I also, for PvP purposes, I generally don't put windows on the bottom floor. I don't like people being able to look in. So there we go there, and let's go ahead. Like I said, I'm gonna do each level of my tower. I'm gonna make it 2 wall sections high. And for me, it's just my personal preference. Some people will like to have each story or floor or level of their tower only 1 wall section high, but to me it just seems really cramped. So there is basically the first floor for our tower. Oh, I missed a piece. Let's go ahead and go on in. And the next thing we need to do, we need to complete the ceiling for this first level of the tower, which is it's gonna also be the floor of the next level up. Now, just like what we did with the stairs, we're going to follow the floor plan already laid out with the foundation pieces. For every square piece on the floor, you're going to use a square ceiling piece above it. And likewise for every triangle piece on the floor, you will use a triangle wedge above that. This is a very systematic way to do this. It avoids a lot of snapping issues and really confusion of what piece needs to go where. You just build up using the same layout as your floor plan. So let's get started. Go ahead and put some pieces in our heart bar. So like, let's start with this one here. You can see this square piece here on our floor. I'm gonna put a ceiling piece above it to go up like that. And the same thing like for that square piece down there. I'm going to put a square piece above that, and so on. And so we're just going to go around the tower like that. Now we're going to do, and you can see like I have a wedge there, a wedge there. So above every wedge, you're going to, on the floor below, you're going to put a wedge on the floor above. And I could put a wedge here, but watch what happens. You have to crouch to get up and down. So I generally don't like putting those there, but you can if you want. Now, now for the center of this next floor up, you can fill it in. It'll basically take 6 wedge pieces, like directly below it. You can see that center hexagon on the floor below it. It's just basically the same up here. Now you can fill it in. It just depends. Sometimes I like to leave these open because I can, when I'm at the top of my tower, I can just drop down into levels real quickly. So I'm going to leave this open. So that's the first floor done for this. So this is the floor for the next level up, which is the ceiling for the floor below. And you can go up however high you want to make the tower. For this tower, though, we're just going to make it for a 3-story tower where each story is 2 wall sections high. So I'm going to speed this video up and come back when we're done, and then we'll get onto the top, the cap of the tower or the ceiling of the tower. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're back. So yeah, I went ahead and filled in each floor. I didn't leave it open. Just to go ahead. I think it actually does look better if you do go ahead and fill it in. Plus, it gives you more building room. But anyway, so let's go ahead, and what we're going to do now is the roof of our tower. There are many different styles of roofs you can use. For this one, we're just going to use a simple cone, or what's often called the witch's hat roof. Now, for roof pieces, the game provides just 3 different types of roof pieces. You've got this sloped roof piece that's kind of rectangular. You've got this wedged sloped roof piece and this inverted tile. Now, just like with the stairs, how we did the stairs and how we did the floors on the other levels of the tower, you're just going to follow the pattern of your floor plan. Now, this regular sloped roof piece is rectangular, and you're just going to place it above any rectangular floor piece. Likewise, for the wedged roof piece, you're just going to place it above a triangular floor piece. And all of this will become clear as we fill in our roof. So let's go ahead and get started. And you can see, like, if you imagine this roof, this regular rectangular sloped roof piece projecting down onto the ground, you can see why we're doing it this way. It projects down into a square. And then likewise with this triangular, or this wedge piece, if you project it down, it's going to project down onto a triangle piece. Again, this is just the best way I found to do this. It avoids any confusion, like what do I put where on the roof, and just keep it simple. Just wherever you have a square piece on your floor, you're going to put a rectangular roof piece above it. And sometimes, a lot of times, these pieces, they're going to want to, they flip out, like they're they're sloped out of the tower. I need them to slope in. So often you can just use, you can sometimes change your viewpoint, but sometimes you have to use the mouse scroll wheel. Like that. Yeah. And again, there's a triangular piece on the floor, and you can see it just snaps right in above that. You're going to have this wedge piece for the roof. It's not snapping right. This is really bad about snapping. Often it almost always slopes out of your tower. Just use your mouse scroll wheel and to bring it in. And then for the very center, same thing. It's going to follow your center of your floor plan here is just that hexagon using wedge pieces. So that's going to be the same thing for the center part of the roof. And I can't seem to get it to snap right. So you just have to change your, if you have this problem in game, just change your, move around onto the floor so it actually snaps in there. And there we go. There's your roof. So let's go ahead and head on out and look at this from the outside. Go ahead and go into ghost mode and fly up, get a better viewpoint. And so there's our roof. Just a simple witch's hat or cone. Now this one over here, I did something a little bit more intricate. Like I said, there's many different roof styles, and I can do a video on that in the future. This one's kind of like, a bell house or something, and it looks really cool at night. I put torches in there for this one. But anyway, that's it for this part of the tutorial series. Check back at a later date for part 3. Also, if you found this tutorial useful, please like and subscribe. See ya.